Hey guys, it's Chris here. Welcome back to my 9th episode of my Wealthsimple Portfolio Trade Challenge, where I try to make massive earnings on swing trades and ETFs. I know you guys are expecting a TFSA video this week, but I've been having trouble logging into my account, so hopefully I try and get that fixed for next week's video. So in terms of updates with the markets this week, we had massive earnings from big tech companies such as AMD, Meta, Microsoft, Apple, influencing this entire week's stock market. In terms of earnings from the companies, AMD was on Tuesday, I believe, and they dropped 10% overall, even though they had decent earnings, which was a surprise. And then you had Google, which had really good earnings, which shot up 5%. They're massively undervalued, like I said on my previous video. You also had Amazon, which went up 7% today, I believe. Apple, which beat its earnings but fell 2% today as well. Microsoft was a big surprise as well, which they had okay earnings, but their stock fell down 5%. And that's kind of where I took an opportunity to grab some more shares in Microsoft. On November 1st was Air Canada, where it blew its earnings out of the water and it jumped up to 14% today in the stock market, which is a crazy jump up for a Canadian company that massive. But essentially, with all these earnings still, my account has dipped a little bit since the previous episode. As you can see here, I am sitting at $72,039.39, or $17,597, or 32.32% all time. Previous video, I believe I was around like $19,200 all time. So I have fell significantly since then. I'm roughly around $1,700, which is quite significant, even though my Nvidia earnings haven't came out yet, but everything else affected my portfolio regardless of it. So let's dive deep into my account. As you can see in my cash account, I've received $11.12 from Wealthsimple from the interest that I put initially into this account, which is around $6,000, which I've gained $11 since then. But essentially, their interest rate in Wealthsimple decreased, as if you all known, the Canadian government or the Bank of Canada decreased the interest rates from 4.25% to 3.75%, so a whole 50 basis points down. And Wealthsimple, as a result, changed their interest rates down to 2.75%. I believe it was 3.25 before, so it follows the 50 basis points downwards, which is unfortunate to most people. But with inflation rates down, it makes sense for the interest rates to be lowered. In terms of my FHSA account, we are sitting at $9,315. On the daily, we are up $63. On the weekly, we are actually down $85 since the last recording of this video. 1 month, $372. 3 months, $536. Yearly, $1,315, and all time would essentially be the same thing. And yes, I am still holding VFV. It is one of the greatest ETFs ever. For my non-registered account, we are sitting at $62,713. Today, I am up $194. On the weekly, as you can see, since all of those earnings this entire week, I am down $1,197, or negative 1.87%. On monthly, I'm up $1,368, or 2.23%. On the 3 months, I'm up $4,000, or 6.87%. On the yearly, $9,140, or 17%. And all time, $16,107, or 34.56%. And the total cash available I have right now is $249. And if you guys remember from the previous video, I had $6,000, so that means I bought a stock. Looking into my holdings, as you can see, I have Apple, which had a mediocre earnings, which they drastically fell 1.15% today, continuing on since I believe Thursday. But yeah, all time up $2,756. C&Q, I may have bought this a bit early. I was anticipating that the earnings would be a bit better, but it was not, and therefore I am currently down 4.66%, or $254. Dollarama, I am up $1,209, or 29.75% all time. I have Meta, which also had okay but disappointing earnings as well, and that's why the stock has fallen the past week. As you can see from the Canadian hedge version, is 33.40 down to 31.80, roughly 31.53. And currently I am all-time $1,149 or 13.83%. The newest holding in my portfolio is Microsoft, and I bought the Canadian hedge version, which I bought around 200 shares of this, so around $6,000, and currently I'm up $30 or 0.5% all time, as I believe that Microsoft is one of the better big tech companies. I believe that Microsoft is a big contributor inside the tech industry, and what they are currently doing with their cloud services and their technology, I think they're going to be a leader in the future, and I believe this is a good buying opportunity now. Continuing on, we have tech, as you can see, up 41%, VFV up 16%, XEQT 47%, so or $737, and then Nvidia, which has dropped a little bit due to this week's tech earnings, where I am currently down $243 or minus 3.79% all time. But I am anticipating a dividend that I'll receive either today or next week. As you can see here, that the dividends I receive from it are monthly. So September I received $105, October I received $110. So in the next couple of days, I'm looking to see how I will receive $110 roughly. Like I said, next week's video will most likely be a TFSA video, in which I will go into what a TFSA is, how you can open it, and what holdings that I currently hold in them. Look out for that for next week. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like down if you did. Please leave a comment if you have any questions or concerns about my portfolio. There's a link down in the description below where I have a referral code where you can get a stock between $5 to $3,000 if you use that referral code and open up an account in Wealthsimple. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys next time.